Welcome to the Disneyville podcast, episode 49.
Ooh, I didn't know you were starting off just yet. I wasn't mentally there. Well, this is where we talk about Disney parks, Disney cruise, and everything in between, all the magic in between. If my voice sounds super low, it's because it is right now. I'm getting over a cold. Is yours lower too?
We all have.
No, you sound okay.
Well, I just sound stuffed up.
I just sound.
You sound like Roz from Frasier.
Actually, yeah, I could kind of see that. Well, isn't she on the radio show?
Do we have another caller? So we just got back from a trip to Disneyland. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I've ever traveled anywhere and not gotten sick.
Oh, no. It's just,
I don't know
you kind of accept it.
I just have a bad immune system? I don't know.
No, I think you're just, think about it. It's the joke. You can't come back, especially from a trip to a Disney park. Come on.
Yeah.
But on a trip period,
I thought by having kids, they would always be sick and I would develop better. Yeah, because I swear my mom was a preschool teacher. She never got sick.
Maybe we just need a few more years of being around, young kids, and then
I don't know. We'll see. So today, like I said, we just got back from Disneyland. Mm-hmm. We are obviously Disney World people more often. We go there a couple times a year typically. We haven't been to Disneyland as much, which is sad, and it's something we need to remedy. But today's episode is going to be all about Disneyland.
Yeah. Listen, this may have been the trip. I had already loved Disneyland. This may have been the trip that really sent me over the edge for how much I love it. And in my mind, my mind is warring between Disney World and Disneyland. The good news is I don't ever have to pick. It doesn't matter. I can love both equally.
Yeah.
Both things can be true. But I do love Disneyland.
Well, we sort of had this realization on our last day there. We were like, in our heads, we're in Indiana, so we're kind of in the middle of the country.
Kind of. Definitely closer to the East Coast.
Sure, but Disney World seems so close. It's a 2-hour flight, 2 hours, 15 minutes, whatever. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, Disneyland seems so much further away, but it's only a 4-hour flight, so it's not that.
And this last
insane.
On the flight home, it was like 3.5.
Yeah. They
I don't know how, but they picked up
were booking
speed in the air. I don't know.
Just laughing about the Jerry Seinfeld joke because they came on the air because they was super duper delayed, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna try and make up some time in the air, and it made me think of the Jerry Seinfeld joke. Like, wait, the plane can go faster? Why are we not going as fast as the plane can go at all times?
Exactly.
If we can go faster, why are we not?
It's like the Autobahn. Or no, is that what it's called in Germany?
Yeah. Just go as fast as you can go at all times.
The Skydebahn.
Anyway, so we were just talking about we're going to try and do Disneyland more often than we have been.
I would say at this point we've done it like every other year. It helped that my brother and sister-in-law and their family lived not far from there.
Yeah.
Actually, and she grew up like 10, 20 minutes from Anaheim.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that helped because we also had another excuse like, okay, if we're going to do this slightly longer flight,
right,
et cetera.
Yeah, we were doing a couple days in Disneyland, a couple days visiting them, so it kind of worked out really well.
Yeah. One of the things I think if you're listening or watching and you're a Disney World person like us, the things I didn't know that perhaps you know, perhaps you don't about Disneyland that have kind of sold me on why I love it so much. Again, it's not replacing anything. I love both. Is that, in Disney World, it's so big, which is obviously a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing in that you never run out of things to do. Mm-hmm. But the curse is, of course, that you have to, you're getting on buses. Everything's, a 20-minute ride here, there, everywhere, whatever. And especially with kids, with the stroller breaking down and whatever, like that's a whole nother, that sounded like it was breaking down a stroller, all that. In Disneyland, there's a plaza. And both parks are on either side of the plaza. So you can look one way or the other and just pick. So literally one day you still have to make park reservations there. And I guess I'd made the reservation for California Adventure and not for Disneyland. And we were trying to go into Disneyland. So we scan. The cast member says, oh, you're actually at the other park. So it's so funny. We ended up just changing the reservation.
We backed up
still
3
going
feet,
into Disneyland.
got online, changed it, and then walked forward 3 feet.
But my point being like, oh, well, okay. And we could just turn around and walk, 50 feet the other way and just go into the other park.
Yeah,
like,
if we
that is how
to
close. Yeah. That's how close they are. And that is so cool. Downtown Disney is right there. Like everything is so walkable. Not only the Disney hotels are right there too, but the Good Neighbor hotels. We stayed in one. There was a Courtyard. Highly recommend.
Oh, it was great.
10-minute walk. It was just as long to walk from the Courtyard to the main plaza where the parks are as it is. And I Google mapped both to make sure. Same 10-minute walk from the Disneyland Hotel to the plaza.
Yeah. And it
was, of course, way cheaper.
We've stayed at the Disneyland Hotel twice, and I love the Disneyland Hotel so much. But this was a fantastic option. The rooms were bigger. They had
like bunk beds and 2 like queen beds.
The staff was fantastic.
They had it all decked out for Halloween. The vlogs are coming.
Yes.
Right. And so when those come out here in the next probably couple weeks on your channel, Tyler Braun.
Yep.
You will see how decked out they did for Halloween. I'm like, this is cool. The kids loved it.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing we didn't use there, and we're only going to talk about this for another minute, and we'll get into the actual meat, but the other thing we didn't utilize there was they have like their pool is like a water park.
Yeah.
Big water slides. You can see it from the road. We didn't end up using it just because
it was a little chilly.
Yeah, it wasn't as hot as you kind of wanted it. Plus, we only had those few days and we wanted to be in the parks.
And the little bit of time we went back, it was nap time. And then by the time the kids woke up, we were like, all right, let's go back because we wanted to go back to Disneyland.
But on very cool.
On the stroller, like we set it up when we first got there. We did not break down the stroller until we left. Until we went back
I had like Halloween lights strung on it. Like it was good to go.
It was so great.
It was awesome. Would totally do that again. This is one of the few times we came back from a Disney trip and I'm like, I would go back right now.
Yeah.
Disney World, I usually need a few weeks. Like, okay, I need to recover. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
So today's topic is our top favorite things to do in Disneyland Resort. So both Disneyland and California Adventure.
Yes. Yeah.
I was gunning for just Disneyland Park because I could have listed 20 things.
Well, that's the thing. You can't.
But Tyler was like, no, I have too many favorites in California Adventure.
That's it.
So I'm like, all right. So it's a mixed bag today.
Yeah.
However, we did ask, I'm sorry, I'm like monopolizing the conversation. I've got a lot
to talk about Disneyland.
With my deep, deep voice. We did ask you guys on all of our social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, what your top 3, just to kind of like hone it in since we're going to be reading these, your top 3 things for Disneyland. But at the time when I wrote that caption, I didn't know we were including California Adventure. So all of your guys' examples are going to be Disneyland, not DCA.
Did you say Disneyland Park or did you say Disneyland? Because if somebody says Disneyland,
Babe, I have no idea what I said. I wrote this at like 11:30.
This is a question. Like if I hear Disneyland,
by 11:30 I mean 8 p.m. But I was just tired.
If I hear Disneyland, I think of all of Disneyland. If I hear Disneyland Park, I think of like the specific
I hear Disneyland,
park.
I think of just the park.
You don't think of California Adventure?
No. If someone said Disneyland, like the whole resort, I'd be like, okay. And even still, I'm still just thinking of Disneyland.
Really? Yeah. I consider Disneyland to be all of Disneyland.
Well, you're probably correct, but
yeah. Also, just thinking about like going in the future, they're doing this Disneyland Forward thing. That's going to be this huge expansion coming up. I'm like, there's so much excitement.
Where they put it?
Have you seen any of the concept art? And
I think I have back when they first, but I honestly haven't.
There is so much change and exciting things that are happening in Disneyland over the next like decade. Like it is going to be.
It's how Disney World is too. I mean, they're really doing crazy stuff with the parks.
I'm excited for a lot of stuff that's coming up here soon. So
Me too.
It's going to be a good decade for Disneyland. Disneyland 80th is going to look very different from Disneyland 70th, I think.
Okay. So let's dive in. Now, Tyler and I are going to share our top 10 back and forth, and we did rank them. I don't even, we'll just get into it. I have like 5 honorable mentions I'm going to mention at the end too, okay?
Because it was too hard, I know.
It was too hard.
Also, mine are funny because some of them are just generic, like something that I like, and then some are very, very specific.
Me too.
Like times of day, times of like... So yeah, we'll start.
I think we all get it, right? Like combing through a couple of your guys' responses before sitting down to film today. I literally, it's the same.
Yeah.
Some are very like general, like this ride, but then also eating this at this time of day in front of this. Like
100%.
it's very.
Yeah, that's exactly what mine ended up being too.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
All right, you go ahead and start.
All right, our top 10 things to do in Disneyland Resort.
Which I didn't include Downtown Disney, so I just did the two parks.
I'm thinking of all my honorable mentions that could have easily been 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
But see, that's what makes this hard. We could have done a top 50.
I could have easily cranked out 30. Okay. Number 10 for me, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, wow.
We rode that. Okay.
It's on my list too, but much higher.
I could have moved it up. This is
hard. We're gonna be getting some hate mail for this one, I think.
I know.
Be like, how could that be so low? And some of the stuff I omitted, we're gonna get some words.
I will say I think it might be time to do another hot takes Disney Parks edition and include Disneyland. We did one a year or two ago, maybe even 2 years ago. It was so fun, like your guys' unpopular opinions about Disney parks, etc. I think it might be time to do another one because I even have some hot takes after going to Disneyland. Okay. That'll really get you guys mad. All right. Pirates. It is better in Disneyland, 100%. And if you disagree, this is a time I can confidently say that you are wrong.
I know. It's hard to argue.
I mean, and there's obviously, they're so similar. But the Disneyland one, it's got to be longer.
It's longer. The fact that you go through the Blue Bayou to start.
I mean, that right there. But, the beauty is in Disney World, I can't help but compare, okay? That's the thing I know. They've got the entrance in the Mexico Pavilion.
Right.
Same setup, and it's the same vibe. It's so similar.
Which we've always loved.
The Donald Duck ride.
We've always loved that.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that, because that ambiance in that building, and then you kind of go through from there.
Even Genevieve said when we were riding Pirates, we rode it like, I think 3 times,
At
two or
least
three
three
times.
yeah.
The girls loved it. Felicity was terrified of the drop. That's what she tells everyone.
Yeah.
She just saw your mom this morning, and she was like, and Pirates went, whew.
Every time they met a princess, it was, we rode Pirates. I didn't like the drop. She liked the second drop because there's 2 drops. The one in the dark, not okay. The second one she liked, but she kept writing it over and over again.
Yeah, she couldn't stop.
She's like, I think I like it.
That's how we all feel about like scary roller coasters.
That's right.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And at the end, you're like, oh, it was awesome. I want to do it again.
Okay.
But not right now. Okay. Anyway, it's just better. The entrance, that first minute is just incredible.
Yeah. But you know what I think not my favorite part, but part of the reason I like the Disneyland one better is the part at the end when you're like underneath whatever you're supposed to be, the pier or whatever, where you're kind of just sitting there like waiting to get back up. But there's something about the guy like shooting the barrels, and
they're right
TNT,
over you,
whatever.
so they might fall on you.
Part, and that part is not included in Disney World.
Yeah, that might be a part of it. Because the rest of it, I mean, the meat of the ride is very much the same. I mean, it was but it's just those little tweaks that it just is a totally different vibe.
There's more at that first part. Once you go down the drops, there's more scenes.
It does seem that way. Okay.
More of the pirates and the bones and the whatever before they turn into humans and there's human pirates. There's a lot more of the buried treasure scenes, and that's just so fun too.
I just love it so much.
Yeah,
okay.
I would agree.
I feel like the drop was scarier on that than in Disney World too, but I think that's just me. I don't think that actually is. But it just feels scarier.
Also, there is a book that we read. It's called Walt's Disneyland, A Walk in the Park with Walt Disney by Marcy Carricker Smothers.
This is the one with all the pictures, right?
Yes.
You sound like a 5-year-old.
There's
really
pictures
good.
in it. If you are going to Disneyland, that is an incredible
100%
book. I read it
read it
cover
on
to
the
cover.
plane.
Read it on the plane.
Or on the
There's
drive,
so many amazing historical photos. There's so many anecdotes. There's so many. It was a really, really well done book. And it was so great because like every single ride that we did, that was like an opening day thing. Or not even opening day things, but like original. Like there was, Pirates is not an original. But my point is there was like pictures of Walt on the Pirates ride system, like testing it out. He never got to see Pirates.
Yeah.
But like on the ride system. So like and you could see him like going down the hill. So like as we're going down the hill, I'm thinking about Walt, testing out the ride system and stuff like that.
I didn't get that far in the book. I was trying to skip around to the things. So yes, that book, and it's not a chapter book. It's a thin, full color, like glossy page book of like little, obviously there's writing, but it's like mostly pictures with captions, and they're all so historic. Even Genevieve, I was showing her certain things. She was like, oh my gosh. At one point there's a picture of him on the Alice in Wonderland ride. And or maybe I even showed her a video, I don't know. But when we were getting on the Alice ride, she was like, I wonder, this might be the same one he sat on. I'm like, oh yes, she's in.
Oh yeah. So that was, I think if you're going to read one book, read that. Mm-hmm. But that woman has actually written several books about Disney parks and stuff like that. I think she's the one who wrote Eat Like Walt Eats or something like that. But she also, there was a Walt Disney, an American Original by Bob Thomas. They came out with a 100th anniversary version of that book, which if you read one biography about Walt Disney, that's probably the one you should read. But they came out with a 100th anniversary edition, and there's extra information at the beginning and end. She's one of the people that was included in those extra blurbs. So I'm like, she must be a fairly legitimate historian if the Disney company actually included her stuff in it too.
That's cool.
So anyway, we will include both those books below. So, okay, my number 10. I'm going to get a Disneyland pickle, and going to walk around Main Street. I had not had a Disneyland pickle. I kept hearing about the Disneyland pickles, and I kept not getting a Disneyland pickle because every time I would think about it, the stands were closed. It was too late or whatever. So I finally got a Disneyland pickle this time.
Put a picture up. Okay.
Yeah.
Right here, if you're watching.
It was very good. First couple bites, I was like, yeah, it's a fine pickle. I understand like people like it. But I ate that whole pickle. And the more I was just walking around chomping on this cold dill pickle, I was just vibing. And I was like, all right, I get it. I'm on the page now. I didn't get it. Now I get it. And I was just walking. We went and looked at the orchestrion in the thing. And I'm just sitting there chomping on my dill pickle. And it was fantastic.
You're a happy pickleful boy.
Happy pickle sunny boy.
Okay. Number 9. Related to that, but totally different. Getting a churro. Sure, of course. But specifically on Pixar Pier. That's where we did it.
The Buzz.
I got like a Buzz Lightyear, whatever. But they also had like
Senior Buzz, right?
Yeah, it was Senor Buzz's churros, which is hilarious. Anyway, I was trying to explain to Gigi. I'm like, no, it's like, remember when he got his language switched from English to Spanish, and she was like, I don't remember. And I'm like, which Toy Story was that in? 2?
I think.
Maybe she hasn't seen 2.
She has probably just been a lot.
Well, yeah. It was so good. I mean, I just, first of all, again, I think Disneyland churros are superior generally to Disney World.
100%.
Disneyland just tastes fresher. And I don't know. I'm like, are they different suppliers? Like, is it?
Must be.
Because they're softer, they're warmer, they seem to be better. Someone tell me I'm wrong and prove it, okay? Buy me some churros.
I feel like, and I don't know this, but I feel like the Disney World ones like taste like they are frozen and they're like reheated. And like the Disneyland ones just taste fresher.
Yeah, and they're not like making them on site and deep frying them right there, but they just taste better.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing that on Pixar Pier, going to ride something on Pixar Pier, maybe something that's got a low weight, like, well, I was going to say like Midway Mania, LOL, I wish. Last time we did the Pixar Pal Around. Well, I was just saying the Ferris wheel.
Oh, yeah, we did that too,
We did one of the spinning ones. That was quite a moment of my life.
Mommy was not too happy about that.
I was I was fine, but I was scared. And so were the girl. Well, so was Felicity. Me and her were on one side, just terrified.
Yeah.
But we did it.
Yeah. It was the initial swing.
Oh, I mean,
after that one, you guys were fine. But that was pretty funny. Oof. Genevieve was the one who was just dying. She's like, we got to do one of the swinging ones. And you guys did it. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
What's funny is with the churros, I think I've realized, because we've done some of the specialty ones that have like extra gunk on them.
Yeah.
I don't need the extra gunk. I think classic churros.
Like regular churro.
Because I've done, 3 or 4 different kinds.
I did one that was at Cozy Cone last time we were there. Yeah. It was like the Fruit Loop one, or I don't even know.
Yeah. And it's a lot.
Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, that's what it was. And that was good. But I'm like, I think when I want a churro, I just want a classic churro. The last one we got had strawberries on it. And
it had a special name. It was at the same Senor Buzz.
Yeah, and it was good. But I'm like, I think when I want a churro, I just want a churro.
But you know what? I love that Disneyland does do the different, whether they're like seasonal churros or just like fun limited edition ones. It just kind of keeps it interesting, keeps it dynamic,
Absolutely, yeah.
So what we did that time, I got a churro for the girls to split, a churro for me, and then the specialty one for you, and we could all like try,
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think generally a regular churro. I don't need any dip. I can just go in as it is.
Now, see, I like a dip.
Well, give me a dip that's like the dip that's at Animal Kingdom Nomad Lounge. Oh, best churros I've ever had in my life.
So good.
Ever.
Yes.
And that like warm vanilla dip.
And I will say, those, better than Disneyland, better than Disney.
Oh, those are better than anything I've ever had.
You've ever
we had churros in Spain. Forget about it. The ones in Animal Kingdom were better.
At the Nomad Lounge.
At the Nomad Lounge specifically, yeah.
Only
not just to walk up. Also, in case you didn't know, Nomad Lounge, families are welcome. Like kids can come in there too. So you can go in. You don't have to get anything to drink. You can just get churros.
Yeah. So good. Wasn't there like 3 different dips they gave us?
Yeah, and they were all good.
So good. All right. This one's fast. Incredicoaster. I just love the Incredicoaster. We didn't ride it this time just because timing wise we couldn't switch off. We didn't spend very much time in California Adventure just because of the way it kind of worked out, because Oogie Boogie Bash was going on. And
two of the nights, and we weren't going
because we couldn't get to. We kind of swerved last minute. We were going to go to Disney World, and then we kind of swerved and went to Disneyland, so we couldn't get Oogie Boogie Bash tickets. So anyway,
yeah, we were just late on a lot.
Yeah, but it was fine. But we also Jessica's parents came with us, and then your brother and sister-in-law, they all came over too. And so we spent that whole day in Disneyland. So we spent a lot of time in Disneyland and
Yeah.
not as much time in California Adventure.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a lot of time to do Incredicoaster, but I do love Incredicoaster.
So good. I feel like so much of the Pixar rebrand that they did, if you will, on what was it, Paradise Pier before?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Was so well done. Yes, Pixar Pier. Look
See
at
my
that shirt.
Here, yeah.
I just feel like that rebrand was so well done.
I agree. Yeah.
It was such an easy, like everything makes sense to me. Because what was that? California Screamin' before. Yeah. Like everything they did makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I'm just
re-watching.
feels right.
Yeah. Rewatching and then reading the Imagineering Story book and then watching the Imagineering Story on Disney Plus. I talked a little bit about this in the vlogs. What do you
Sorry, I
laughing
just
about?
saw a dude running by and do a triple take it. What are these people doing in their place?
I had kind of forgotten how sort of discombobulated California Adventure was when it first opened. And looking at it now, they really have done so many really smart things like Pixar Pier that have really just upped that park so much.
Well, and it feels very much like a Disney park versus, the California love letter that it kind of was meant to be, which I think it still has a lot of those elements.
Yeah.
But
They
made it a little more appealing, I think, to a wider audience.
Yeah.
A Disney audience.
Okay.
Number eight, getting an iced coffee from Cafe Daisy, Daisy's Cafe. I think it's Cafe Daisy. And watching the kids play on the playground.
In Mickey's Toontown.
Yep, in Toontown.
Mickey's Toontown. Why did I say Mickey's Toontown?
That sounds right, though. I feel like it is, or it was.
Toontown.
It feels, obviously, Toontown Abbey.
Yeah.
That idea of having a playground in the park is so nice. And again, they just took the one away in Animal Kingdom. And Epcot's added playgrounds, which has been incredible. Every single Disney park across the globe should have playgrounds because there are always going to be little kids that have just, you're waiting in line for a ride and you're riding a ride. Those are not the same things as running around and playing, getting all those wiggles out, being like, it is a different thing. Yeah. And we didn't realize that, of course, until having kids. Yeah. So anyway, it's so nice. And it's a minute for all of the family to take a beat.
Just 20 minutes.
Take a beat, sit with your coffee, watch them play, go down the little rainbow bumpy slide thing. Yep. They've got Goofy's little house you can just go and play in. No line. You just go in and play with what you feel like. And that is just so nice. I really wish I miss Toontown in Disney World. And it's such a cool area, the way it looks. Like even my parents taking them back there, they hadn't seen it because the only time they'd gone to Disneyland was like 10 years ago.
Yep.
And it was before Toontown as it is now reopened. And so they didn't see it. And so I'm like, Dad, I can't wait for you to see this. So as we round the corner and go under the bridge and then you see Toontown, it looks like a cartoon land, like even to the sky and the way they did it.
Yeah, your dad was.
My dad was like, "Oh my gosh, me either."
The way the sky looked, he's like, it just looks like it's real.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
it is so well done. So I'm just like, that is a 10 out of 10 land for me. It's got Runaway Railway back there. We finally rode the Chippendale. No, not the Gadget Coaster. The Roger Rabbit cartoon spin. Yeah. Finally rode that.
That is a trip.
Yeah. But it's just, it all makes sense to me and it's fun. It's got different things for different people and iced coffee.
Yeah.
And they had a specialty iced coffee. Cheyenne,
yes,
one of your agents and friends, she had recommended the iced coffee there.
It was a tiramisu iced coffee.
Yeah, and I think my brother and sister-in-law got that too. So they got regular iced coffee, they got hot coffee.
Did you try that?
I didn't end up trying it.
I didn't either.
At that moment, I just wanted iced coffee. I think we were just like in need of like a 5 cc's of caffeine. Stat.
Yeah, we ended up spending a lot of time there because we just kind of kept doing that over and over again, getting iced coffee, letting the kids play for a little while, and then we would go on and do something else.
Exactly it.
All right, my number 8 is a classic, and it's something that you can do in both parks, Disney World, Disneyland. I didn't appreciate it until just recently. The Tiki Room.
I love that you mentioned this. Let's talk about it.
I've always liked the Tiki Room. We've always gone in, we sit, we watch it, whatever.
But many trips go by where we don't go in.
Exactly. And I've always known, like, okay, it's Walt Disney's Tiki Room. He had a heavy hand in it. The story about the birds. It was going to be a restaurant. I don't know what it is about this time. I think it's partly because of reading that book, partly because of rereading the Walt Disney biography that I was just talking about. It really kind of put into perspective how big of a deal the Tiki Room was, because it sort of foreshadowed so much more that was to come later on. But just he had so much of a hand in the Tiki room. But then just knowing the story of like he had all these VIPs come in and they kind of kept looking at it and they're like, wow, Walt, this is fantastic. What is it? And they couldn't figure it out. And then the Sherman brothers came in and wrote the song. And basically the Sherman brothers said the same thing, like, wow, Walt, this is great. What is it? And then they wrote the Tiki room. And he's like, yeah, you're going to figure out what it is.
I'm going to tell you.
and just knowing all that sort of nostalgia around it. And then being in the original one in Disneyland. We've never done the Disneyland one. It just makes me so happy. So then they have the Walt Disney animatronic show going on right now. And in front, they've got this little museum and they've got one of the Tiki birds out and it's actually moving. It's actually like doing, I don't know if was it talk. It was talking, wasn't it?
I don't remember if
it was moving
or not.
And like the beak was moving. And Felicity, our 3-year-old, was utterly enthralled by this. She was talking to it. She sat there for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, it is so cool. Here we are 60 years later after the opening of this. And it is still enchanting children to this day. Like that is such a testament to how cool this really is. And then we went and saw the actual show and both girls are just in love with it. And the whole room coming alive. And it's just, it's such quaint technology to us now. But if you sort of step back and really realize like what a big deal it was at the time, it just makes me...
Well, and even the fact that technology has advanced so much, but kids are still delighted by that.
That's it.
Means that this is something that will delight kids for years to come.
Yeah.
And even though we, with our adult lenses, are like, oh yeah, like you said, it's kind of quaint. Like, oh, it's cute. I get it. It's historic too. But to see it through a kid's eyes, like, oh my gosh. I also really thought it was cool because we hadn't ever been in the original Tiki room till this trip, that when you walk in the front door, you can get Dole Whip and stuff right there. Like you literally walk up the steps to go in the door and then there's like a little stand there so you can get Dole Whip and bring it in. I thought certainly they wouldn't allow that. And then as they're doing like the intro stuff before they start the show, the cast member was like, you're welcome to eat and drink in here, blah, blah, blah. Just, I don't know what she said. Take your trash out or whatever. Yeah, no flash photography is what. So anyway, I'm like, that is so smart. So enjoyable. You get to go in the AC, eat your Dole Whip, drink your pineapple, whatever. But then also a little shout out to the Tiki, what's it called? Terrace? That's not what it's called.
Yeah, it's a Tropical Hideaway.
That's it. Welcome to our tropical hideaway. Ooh, I can get lower on those notes now.
Welcome to the tropical hideaway.
Anyway, the tropical hideaway area with the flames, even in the middle of the day, it just looks so, the vibes are high in that area. It is just so cool. So I just think Adventureland and Disneyland is definitely superior to Adventureland, and it just feels more jungly.
Yeah.
All of Adventureland.
The trees are just, I think, more mature too.
Anyway, I just love it. Oh, my number 7.
Yeah, 7.
Okay. My number 7, being able to go into the castle. I don't mean walk through to the carousel in the back. I mean, you get to go in, no line. Again, no line. You can just walk in and see inside the castle. It tells the story of Sleeping Beauty, and then you go out the other side. How many times, like I remember when I first went to Disney World, that I was like, oh, you can go in the castle. Like, sir, it's a castle. What kid? I wasn't even a kid. I was totally grown. But like, what kid doesn't want to go into the castle?
You would assume, right?
I'm just now remembering. Felicity, when we went to Disney World, one of the more recent times, she was like, I want to go in the castle. And we had to tell her, like, honey, you can't, we can walk through it.
Yeah.
But then she's like, how do I go in? She was upset.
Yeah.
Because, 2.5 at the time or whatever. Yeah. But kids want to be able to go in the castle. So it's wild to me that they didn't create some kind of walkthrough in Disney World.
And obviously you can eat at the restaurant.
Sure, but
A, expensive. B, you got to get the reservation.
Yeah.
But I'm like, just having something that you can just free walk through is...
And it's so funny. I feel like people they see it once and they're like, all right, I would go through that every single day that we were there. I know. I love it. The kids love it.
It's always better than what I remember, because I always think about like it's these different dioramas and they've got like some... It's cool. They use different sort of technologies. Like some of it is projected, some of it is actual like dioramas, some of it is on the wall. Like it's very cool. But they've done a great job. And every time we do it, I'm like, God, that's even better than what I remember.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe they just keep updating it, and every time we go, we're like, oh, it's a new...
It is better. Gosh, we've been talking for a while. We still got... I'm only number 7. All right. So my number 7, riding the Mark Twain Riverboat.
Yes.
At golden hour, and halfway through the ride, the lights turn on the Mark Twain. You know, all the little bulbs. They've got bulbs all over the Mark Twain.
Oh, yeah, like they would have.
So, like, that's the perfect time. So, like, it's the golden hour. It might actually be, you might have to go around a couple times to get both of those.
Probably true.
But that is such a pretty ride. And if you're doing it at golden hour, I mean, just what you can see the train go by. You can see Tom Sawyer Island. You can see New Orleans Square at golden hour. It's just gorgeous. But then also the Mark Twain, when they light it up at night, is so pretty with all the bulbs on it and all that kind of stuff. It's like Main Street, you know, they light up all the bulbs all along it. But then it's so pretty.
I think it is so cool. Fantasmic's not on my list, but it might as well be because I absolutely loved it. We saw it like just before it closed for a bit. I don't know if they're refurbing it or whatever. We literally saw it, I think, on the last chance you could for as long as they're going to have it closed. And it is so neat to think about how smart they've had to be in Disneyland because of their size and space, that they have 2 big boats on the rivers of America there. The Mark Twain steamboat, riverboat, whatever. And then they have the sailing ship, Columbia. And that one looks more like pirate ship, you know, like sailing.
It's the first US ship to circumnavigate the globe. The actual Columbia was the first.
Oh, I was like, what?
It was the first U.S. ship to circumnavigate the globe, which is why they recreated the Columbia.
Okay. But I just think it's cool that they utilize both of those giant boats on the river during Fantasmic, because Fantasmic happens on Tom Sawyer's Island. You're watching it from like New Orleans Square-ish.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. And it's cool how close you can be truly to all of this.
Yeah.
Captain Hook and Peter Pan. Were they even harnessed? They're flying around that ship. They're holding onto ropes, flying around. And at first I'm like, oh, cute. You know, okay, they're probably wired and whatever. And maybe they are. One of you, please tell us.
It did not look like it.
It did not look like it. And the way that, where they were going, in, out, through, up, around, I'm like, they couldn't be. They'd be all hooked. I can't figure it out. Which is one thing
if you're Peter Pan, because like you're just wearing, you know, you're wearing your tights and your, you know, that's one thing. But to be dressed as Captain Hook and to be able to go up and down those.
They were flying around that ship, you guys. Up, down, all around. It was wild. That was crazy. The coolest part of Fantasmic.
I will never forget the first time we saw Fantasmic. I had no idea that pirate ship was coming around the corner. I was so surprised. That was so cool. I felt like a little kid. Like that was one of those times where I'm like, oh my! I felt like an 8-year-old boy. Like
that's how I felt this time with Peter Pan. Oh, I love that.
And I'm pretty sure that time it was Captain Jack Sparrow, which was also really cool.
Yeah.
But it was fun seeing Peter Pan and Captain Hook.
I mean, the girls were like, oh my gosh. Actually, one of them might have been asleep.
I think Genevieve was asleep.
Yeah, it was not the one you think.
I think it was.
But then Felicity was asleep for like Paint the Night the other day.
Yeah.
So anyway.
It takes a lot out of you.
It does.
All right, your number 6.
Getting soft serve ice cream at the Cozy Cone. Getting anything at the Cozy Cone. You can mobile order. You have to do it like all separate if you want, if you don't want to wait in the line. But honestly, I feel like the lines are usually not that long. You probably. But we ended up like ordering from like 2 or 3 different cones. Anyway, they had this time, I don't know how long it'll be there, but they had ube ice cream, which is like purple, you know?
Yeah.
It was so good. The kids loved it too. We just sat on a curb there looking over Radiator Springs, eating our ice cream.
Lightning McQueen was meeting right there. So we just were watching him like do a meet and greet.
Gigi kept saying, what? Because we had just gotten a picture with him. And so we're watching him for, 15 minutes. And she's like, when's he going to drive away, you think? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, where do you think he's going to go? I'm like, I don't know. Does he drive away?
We've seen him before where he's like driving on the
down
street.
The street.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's somewhere in my memory.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Oh.
Okay.
My number 6, very fast. No explanation needed. Indiana Jones. Next. Number 5.
Yes. Yes.
Just so good.
Correct.
That's all. So good. Fantastic. Amazing ride.
I wonder what they're going to do at the dinosaur ride. They're going to make that Indiana Jones, right? Did I just make that up? No.
Yeah, that sounds right. No,
that's going to be Encanto?
No.
Wait.
No, that's good. No, they're making it Indiana Jones, but they are doing Encanto in that same area.
Is Indiana Jones going to be exploring?
It's all going to be the South America
so
area.
He's going to be exploring that area then versus wherever. I don't know.
Yeah. Why do I feel crazy?
Why would they not tie that in? I know.
We've talked about this 10 times. That's right. Yeah.
Right? I can't wait for all of it. I'm really sad about dinosaurs, but I can't wait. But they better give us a playground or I'm going to...
I feel like I've got cold I'm like on a fever dream. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay.
Itching to head to Disney? The top-notch team of travel advisors at my travel agency, People Mover Travel, are experts in all things Disney. From the parks to Disney Cruise Line, they are your personal travel advisor from the moment your trip is booked until the moment you get home. They can book your hotel, dining reservations, tours, and we continue to monitor special offers to ensure that you're getting the best price for your trip. And it's not just Disney. We have experts that specialize in Europe, cruises, all-inclusive resorts, Alaska, Hawaii, and more. Find out how we can personally help you plan and book your next trip for free. Visit peoplemovertravel.com to get a free, no-obligation quote and find out how we can make your next trip anywhere more magical. People Mover Travel, the official travel agency of the Disneyville podcast. Because your vacation shouldn't feel like a homework assignment.
Your number 5.
Okay. Main Street. All of it. Fire station,
Do you
Emporium.
have a pickle?
No, but you know what I do have?
Iced
And this
coffee?
is part of it. No.
Oh.
I'm going to surprise us all. I am getting, and this is thanks to my sister-in-law who told me about this, and now it is burned in there, cherry Coke. So first of all, you can get a soda pop at the little Coke refreshment corner, okay, at the end of Main Street. That's nothing crazy. I think they've got like hot dogs or something there. It's where Casey's Corner is in Disney World. That's refreshment corner, okay? Go in there, just get yourself a Coke or Diet Coke, okay, whatever. And then you can add cherry flavor, or I think there was one more. It wasn't vanilla because I would have considered that. It was something else. But add some cherry flavoring. It's like 75 cents to your Coke. Oh my gosh,
You
it's
were
so
on
good.
cloud nine, man.
I was vibing with that cherry Coke. So having one of those, walk through the shops. The thing that I had totally forgotten about Disneyland is that those shops still are compartmentalized.
Very much so.
So it's still, you're all in the same shop and you can walk through it all and just check out at one register. You're not having to check out at separate rooms, but it still has that same structure that they had. And you look up, I could spend hours with my cherry Coke looking up above at all of the old school decor and stuff that they had in these shops.
It feels so much more like, because obviously in Disney World, it's just a big open shop.
Yeah. And they have it like separated, but it's not separated the way that like Disneyland is.
Yeah. And it makes it a little bit hard to get around.
It definitely does.
But it's
just cool.
Yeah.
Also that back area. Did you notice that? Not the secret probation way that we went after.
Oh, yeah.
But the like, do you remember in Disneyland Paris how there was like that back area you could walk through? It's kind of I got to look it up. If I can find a picture, we'll pop it on the screen. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, there was one night while you're looking that up. There was one night where we were leaving during the Halloween show, and they routed us back around on the right-hand side. Well, I guess if you're leaving on the right-hand side of Main Street. Obviously, Main Street was on our left, and then the Jungle Cruise was on our right, and we walked all the way around up to where Walt's apartment is in the firehouse, and it was really cool to see the Jungle Cruise on the one side and then Main Street on the other. I didn't know they did that in Disneyland. They do it in Disney World sometimes, and they kind of have made it to the point where now it's kind of set up for that. But in Disneyland, it felt like we were backstage, which was cool.
Do you guys know, I can't find pictures of what I mean, but do you know what I mean? Where behind, on the side that the Emporium's on, like kind of behind it. I don't mean like you said, the outside walkway, but literally in the shop, there's kind of like a back corridor that you can walk through to the other side. I know what you're talking about.
Where... So when you're at Carnation Cafe, we went to those restrooms there and we were standing at that doorway.
Yeah.
I got a picture of it actually. Hold on.
Okay, find it.
It might be on my big camera though.
I have to.
I know
I have to see it.
It's basically the hallway in between, right?
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, if you can find that picture, we'll have it popped up here. But I just thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
Because that's, again, they don't have anything like that in Disney World. It's just kind of more big open rooms. So
yeah, where it's sort of the one little shop on the left, and then on the right-hand side, it's a little bit more open, but then it kind of leads you into the main big or open area of the Emporium, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a little hallway, but it feels like you're outside. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I took a video of that because I thought it was cool too.
It almost feels like a mall hallway.
Yeah,
a mallway.
A mallway. Sean, a mallway.
But anyway, I got to include in my list there the fire station, like you said. Nice.
Thank you for appreciating that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, the fire station. And yeah, being able to see almost like the side of where he would have lived, the apartment that is.
Yeah.
Being able to see the side of it as you walked through that like parade corridor that they led us through. Oh my gosh.
So cool. All right. My number 5, we actually did this time. Well, basically. We are going to watch a nighttime parade with ice cream.
Yes.
So first of all, We saw Paint the Night. We saw it 3 times, kind of. We saw bits and pieces of it on 2 different nights. We watched the full thing on one night.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
one night we kind of walked over, we watched a few seconds of it.
That's right.
The next night we watched all of it, and then another night we watched probably
Half of it.
half of it. Yeah. That parade is sweet. It is so good. Oh my God. That is the second I saw it, I'm like, well, this is my new favorite nighttime parade. It is so good.
You just have to see it.
You just have to see it.
Like you said something perfectly the other day when we were telling friends. You said it was almost as if technology has finally caught up with
what the Main Street Electrical Parade wanted to be.
And so they've mixed, regular lights like you would see in the electrical parade with technology today, and it is
it's
good.
Incredible. I got so much footage of it. I filmed the whole thing.
It's so cool.
Good. But
the girls absolutely loved it too, of course.
Yeah. What we did though, and it was totally by happenstance, it worked out perfectly. So this is kind of where I'm like, so we're going to watch the parade and eat ice cream. What we did actually, we watched the parade and we were kind of in front of the castle, totally by happenstance. And the parade was over, and then we turned to 90 degrees and we were right in front of the castle for the Halloween show. And we're like, oh, the Halloween show starts in 30 minutes. So we just kind of stood there, and then Michael and I, your brother, ran and got ice cream from the ice cream shop on Main Street, brought it back for all of us to eat ice cream.
Shameless plug, we actually mobile ordered it, and when it was ready, you guys ran out and got it. It worked out great.
It was perfect. So
I think we got it, and then 5 minutes later it started?
It was perfect. So we watched the Halloween show, but I'm going to watch the parade with my ice cream. It was fantastic. Great way to end the night. And again, like I said, we really were geniuses, but it was accidental genius.
Yeah, sometimes the most genius things are. Number 4, the Storybook Land canal boats. I love those so much. I almost put these as number 1, okay? I love these so much. And so first of all, it's closed for refurbishment. I have never been more sad about something like that.
That whole area was.
That and Casey Jr., which I also loved Casey Jr. I love that they're kind of intertwined with each other. So I learned that these were an original opening day, or at least opening year, I don't know, ride, but they were called Canal Boats of the World. And even back when Walt Disney was going to build the park, like across from the Burbank Studios or whatever, he even then knew he wanted to do like a canal boat ride, something like that. And so he brought that idea with him, obviously, to Disneyland. But I guess the boats were breaking down all of the time. And within, I think, a few months of it opening, they closed it, refurbished it. That was when it was renamed. What is it called? Storybook Land Canal Boats.
It's my favorite. What's it called again?
I know. And it is more akin, like, obviously, to what we see today. So I just love it. All the tiny little villages. I think the thing that delighted me the most the first time I rode it was that you can hear the sounds and music and stuff coming from each village or castle or whatever. And those little kinds of details, and there's like little lights on, and the smoke, like, is there smoke? I feel like there's like smoke coming out of the chimneys and stuff. Little things like that. They're delightful. Yeah. They're cool. They can add to it. They have added to it. I think there's Arendelle now on there.
There's a new one coming out, I just heard too. Like they're adding something.
Maybe that's probably what they're doing right now while they're refurbing it. I did look that up. What was it?
It was something that I'm like, oh, I can't believe they didn't already have it. It was like Rapunzel's Tower or something like that, which I think they
I think that might be exactly what
Is that what it is? I'm like, how do they?
Yeah, Rapunzel's Tower.
Surprised they didn't already have that.
I know, me too. Well, anyway, so I think it is delightful. It is such a cool, cute ride. The kids loved it too. I really wish, I should say Gigi loved it the last time. I really wish I could have ridden it this time. I was so sad. And Casey Jr. too.
All right, my number 4, Radiator Springs Racers.
Yeah.
When I think about going to Disneyland, this is one of the first things I always envision, because there's something about Cars Land that just seems so California to me. It is the perfect thing to be there. And I'm like, oh, it'll be interesting to see how they do it in Disney World. It was so perfectly done in Disneyland. And I have such happy memories of flying around the corner and going up and down, and it's sunny, and it's just going around the bend, and it's like the super duper hardcore turn. And like, it makes me so happy thinking about going on that ride. And it's so quintessentially going to California Disneyland versus going to Disney World to me. It's really high on this list, which is maybe a little surprising, but it's because it's so reminiscent of going to California to me.
Yeah, I understand that. It's just so fun.
It's very
And it's
fun.
longer too.
Yeah.
Like every time I'm riding it, I'm like, oh, we're still on this ride. Like we haven't even gotten to the crazy fun part. Like It's really cool. The cars feel so realistic.
So real.
I mean,
they
the girls must really think some cars can just talk.
I mean, those Imagineers did such an incredible job with the cars there. I mean, they seem like they're straight out of the cartoon. It is unreal.
Yeah. Okay. My
Top
number
3.
3. Oh gosh, I don't know if any of these are deserving. I feel like I really could have put any of these in the top 3. Okay, I want to just say that. Including my honorable mentions I'm going to talk about. Okay, the train. We rode the train this last time. And here's the thing. This has now become already a core memory because we got to ride it with my mom and dad, with the girls. We rode it with my brother and sister-in-law and their girls. Like, it was such a happy 30 minutes or however long it is. I don't know that I've ever actually ridden the train at Disneyland.
We have.
It would have been like the first time we went probably. And so that was 7 or 8 years ago. I don't know.
Something like, yeah. I feel like we maybe rode it. We rode it one other time with your brother.
Well, anyway,
yeah,
it was just so the dinosaur part, like all these things that are so weird, old, nostalgic, cool. Yeah. And I'm just like, it's just such an enjoyable train ride. So I just loved it. I love that you get all the old nostalgia of like the dioramas and scenes and stuff. And
it's kind of
also just the classic train noises and kind of seeing, not ever really seeing behind the scenes, but just being able to see the park from a different perspective. I guess maybe that's it.
Yeah. And like having the diorama of the dinosaurs, like knowing that is from the 1964 World's Fair. Those dinosaurs are from the Magic Skyway. Like then they moved them there because they didn't bring the ride, but they brought the dinosaurs. Like it's
leave the cars, bring the dinos. Not our dino.
Oh, so good. There's a cool picture of, at the time it opened, it was the world's largest diorama. And there's a cool picture of like a big old banner in front of Disneyland showing it. Oh, we put the new diorama in on the train. And now it just makes me so happy going through those dioramas. Also, fun fact, when you stop at the New Orleans Square train stop.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear, there's a building behind you, and you can hear a telegraph doing its beep boops. It's playing Walt Disney's opening day speech.
In Morse code.
Yep. It's pretty sweet. All right, we've already talked about this.
What's your number 3?
That's what
okay.
My number 3, we've already talked about this. But Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
But preferably after eating at the Blue Bayou. So ideally we're going to go,
the dream.
We're going to eat at the Blue Bayou, and then we're going to go ride Pirates of the Caribbean. But
what if you sandwich it, ride it, eat, ride it again?
Love it. Even better. That's all.
We
already went through why we love it. That's number 3 for me. And the way I kind of thought about doing this whole list, I'm like, if I go in and do one thing, like this is what I'm going to do. So like, that's my number.
Okay,
top 3.
I think mine would stand. Okay, my number 2, grabbing lunch in San Fransokyo.
Fascinating. That was basically my number 2 too. Go ahead.
Basically, or is it number 1? This is probably the second time we've been to the San Fransokyo area. First of all, we should say we love Big Hero 6. We've talked about it a lot. If you have not seen it,
stop this.
None of that movie seems like something any of us would be interested in. We love that movie so much. I can't believe it is. So anyway, San Fransokyo is like the made up San Francisco / Tokyo hybrid town from that movie. It is so cool. The food is so good. They're all walk up. There's like Mexican, the Lucky Dragon or Lucky Fortune, whatever. And then there's Aunt Cass's Cafe. Aunt Cass is the aunt in the movie. There might be one more. There's a place you can get drinks. So we mobile order. Like I got mine from one place, got the kids' things from another. So we mobile ordered from a few places. Tons of outdoor seating in the shade.
Yeah,
just people watching
Baymax
that whole
is
area
over there.
Yeah,
you got the San Fransokyo Bridge there. You've got the Pixar Pier over there. Depending on where you sit, you can kind of see.
It's so cool. So that's kind of another thing that I'm like, I can't imagine doing a Disneyland trip and not eating there at least once.
And all the food we've gotten there has been really
so good. I got like teriyaki chicken with rice and broccoli. It was so good. We got pot stickers.
Yeah. Some of the best quick service food we've had, I think, on either coast.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 2 is basically the same thing. So when we were there, I got Walt's chili in a bread bowl. Specifically, I think it was from Aunt Cass's Cafe. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to get an IPA from the little thing there. But instead of sitting there, I'm actually going to take my tray and I'm going to walk over to where you watch World of Color, and I'm going to sit and watch Pixar Pier and just listen to the sounds of the roller coaster and people on the Ferris wheel. And we're just going to, I don't know how I'm going to eat the chili in a bread bowl, over there on a park bench.
You can figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll find
Drink it out of the bread bowl.
But I got to say, that chili in the bread bowl, the more I think about it, my mouth is just watering thinking about it. I liked it at the time, but the more I keep thinking back about it, I'm like, that was really good and I want it again. I don't think it wasn't even all that special, but I don't know, maybe I was just in a good mood that day or whatever. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to take it and I'm just going to listen to people screaming and having a good time over on Pixar Pier and looking out at the little lagoon there. It
helps that the bread, it was sourdough, right?
It's sourdough bread,
and I think it was made at the bakery there. So this was the first time we finally went to the... Didn't they just say Borden? We were thinking it was French, like Boudin.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no R.
Boudin is what I...
But they said Bowden, like in the videos, like, because so you go in...
It was Rosie O'Donnell and Colin Mockery, and they were like, Boudin. I'm like, oh, maybe it is Boudin.
Bowden. Yeah, Bowden. Whatever it was was not at all what we thought. Yeah, maybe.
Bonjour. Je m'appelle Boudin.
So we didn't realize that obviously Tyler likes to... Well, I don't know if you guys know this. Tyler loves to bake bread. And sourdough is definitely his specialty. And it's like a sourdough bread, because again, San Francisco is known for sourdough since the gold rush, et cetera. Yeah, so it was like a walk-through little tour, and we thought you had to like go at a certain time. No, you just like walk in. It's like a little self-guided thing. You get bread you can eat for free. They give you a piece of sourdough at the beginning. Very sour.
It was very sourdough.
It's good.
All right. Your number one.
Okay, friends. My number one is an absolute cheat. I'm going to tell you right now, I am cheating and squeezing 5 into 1.
5? Okay.
I'm going to call this the Dark Ride 5-fecta. Okay?
Okay, yeah. Okay, I got
We've got Pinocchio, Snow White, Mr. Toad, Peter Pan, and Alice.
You can't do that.
Why not? Why not?
It says my podcast, I'll do what I want.
Think about it.
That's totally cheating.
I guess my point, what I could have just said is the dark rides. Because when I think about Disneyland, another thing I think about other than all these other 9 things is the dark rides. And they're all so similar in that none of them are like that fun, but they're so fun. And you're just constantly like looking around at like, what weird thing can I spot this time? They're like haunting. They're definitely the stuff of your nightmares. Like I'm wondering if my kids are going to have a nightmare, tonight after riding this. And they have that smell. Like it's got it all. This is the original reason why I fell in love with Disney parks, period.
Yeah.
And so the fact that there are so many in Disneyland and 4 of them are just like boom, 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 boom. And then Alice is just like boom. It's amazing. So all of them, the only one we didn't ride this last trip was Peter Pan. Because that line is always long.
Yeah.
So next time we got to prioritize. But we rode the other ones, I think more than once.
Yeah.
So good.
All right. Well, if that's the case, my number one is all the rides. Okay. All right. My number one, again, the way I was envisioning this is if I'm going in and doing one thing, this is what I'm doing. I'm going in and I'm riding the train all the way around. Ideally with a cup of coffee, just a cup of nice hot black coffee.
You're going to spill it on yourself when the train starts.
Just the second it starts, then I'm going to deal with it the whole way, just being miserable the whole way. But that's going to be if I'm going in and doing one thing, that's what it is. And I'm going to ride the whole way around. It's just going to be like early in the morning, ideally, like very first thing. There's not a ton of people around yet. But like just going around the bend, my favorite area is when you go around the bend, there's like the rock work and you see the Mark Twain out on the river. And then you've got like
yes. That's the 10 out of 10 spot. I wish there were like you could just pull a thing and make the train stop and you just get to like look around for a second. There were so many times that I'm like, like I want to look here longer.
Yeah. But like you said, the dioramas are so fantastic and oh my gosh. I could.
I love that that's your number one.
Yeah. And again, just knowing all the history behind
all of it.
We can't even go into it now, but Walt loved his trains and
oh yeah. Okay, my honorable mentions, I'll be quick, okay? I'm so sorry. The Walt animatronic show. Yes, we all agree. Doesn't look anything like Walt. But the show is fantastic. I cried numerous times, surprised myself. It was so good. The animation building, that whole street reminds me, this is in DCA, that whole street reminds me, of course, of Hollywood Studios, especially the old like New York, streets of New York they used to have, et cetera. I love that area. Grab a milkshake at Schmoozy. I knew I wouldn't be able to say. Grab a milkshake at Schmoozies. and just like walk around. You don't have to do anything. They've got Disney Junior. They did like a Halloween show this past time. The kids got a piece of candy after. Like, it was very cute. People watching in New Orleans Square / doing anything in New Orleans Square. They have so many restaurants there with outdoor seating. I was surprised at, like, we ended up eating at Cafe Orleans and we happened to eat inside, but there's so much outdoor seating. You can almost always, I feel like you can always walk up to that.
Yeah, there's a lot of open seats.
And then there's Riverboat Terrace kind of around the bend. Like, there's just so many, Tiana's Palace, all of that with outdoor seating. You could just sit out there and just people watch, eat something, maybe get a drink, whatever. And then the Adventureland and Tiki Room area, but we already talked about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the Adventureland area there.
With my one honorable mention was going to be the Jungle Cruise.
We rode that a couple. We rode it at night twice. It was awesome.
I just love it too. And again, looking at these old photographs, they were driving a Jeep through the route before they had anything, just looking like trying to get the sight lines and trying to get the timing down and all that kind of stuff.
I have seen that photo.
And again, knowing that was a Walt original just makes me so happy.
Yeah, it definitely gives a lot of street cred,
All right. So again, we love to get feedback from you guys. So we are going to get on our Facebook and Instagram, which is Disneyville Podcast, on all the different
and
platforms.
Here on YouTube if you're watching, or on YouTube if you're listening. We posted it on there as well. So if you're not following us on one of those things, definitely do it. If you want to be able to input maybe your thoughts and have us share your thoughts in a future episode, you don't have to follow us on all of them, although we would welcome you to.
Yeah.
But maybe follow us on one, and so then you can kind of join the conversation. It's so fun.
We love reading your guys' comments.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna start over on Facebook. You're gonna start on Instagram?
I'm on YouTube,
You're
baby.
on YouTube. Okay. All right. And then we'll move over to Instagram. All right.
Yep.
So starting on Facebook here. So Courtney Portner Berwick said, Radiator Springs Racers, watch World of Color. Oh, God, I can't believe I didn't include World of Color.
It wasn't on our mind because we didn't, again, because of all the Oogie Boogies.
We
couldn't see it.
Eat a soft serve ice cream cone from the cones in Cars Land. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you're talking about.
Yup.
Ube, what do you got?
CUG 8324, I'm sorry, said Disneyland, now you're speaking my language, LOL. Number one, oh my gosh, the Berea grilled cheese at Jolly Holiday.
Ooh.
That sounds so good.
Wait.
Is that what you got?
I got?
Maybe. We did have lunch at Jolly Holiday.
That is what I got.
Was it good?
Is that because yes, it was, but they didn't call it. They called it something else. It was like the Booria or whatever it was.
That is what you got.
That was very good because it was Halloween.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, we ended up at Jolly Holiday twice. Maybe it was just the one time. We had lunch there. It was really good. She said, it's the best thing I've had at Disneyland. Number two, riding the teacups at night during the fireworks.
Oh, fun.
I love how the teacups ride there is kind of like inlaid. Like it's kind of like lower. It makes it just seem cooler.
It's like a 70s living room.
Yep. It's a perfect. Number three, watching Paint the Night while sipping on a hot chocolate in a souvenir mug. Solid. All three of those are so great.
Kimberly Wagner said, eat at Blue Bayou, ride Haunted Mansion, go to Disney World instead. And Cheyenne Broyles, who is an agent at People Mover Travel, who also is the one we were talking about, who gave us recommendations for not only the tiramisu cold brew, but also to get the pumpkin cookies from the area in New Orleans Square. What was
right by where they park the Columbia.
Is it called parking or docking? Where they park the ship.
It's probably more like parking.
Those cookies were like fresh baked,
so good.
Right across from Haunted Mansion. They were so good.
Yeah, and they year round have chocolate chip cookies. I almost got both, but I was like, okay. But the pumpkin ones were really good.
Those
but
cookies.
I will say, if you get the pumpkin ones, you have to pay like $1 more or whatever. Get the cream cheese icing because they were good the way they were, but they would have been even better. I just didn't regret it.
But anyway, so Cheyenne said, ride the Pirates of the Caribbean over and over. Yes. Try the new seasonal cold brews. Mm-hmm. People watch on Main Street, take in all the sights and sounds. Yep.
Okay. Ooh, these are some very different ones. Melanie Billings said, I would eat at Storytellers Cafe in Grand Californian Hotel. I had GCH. I'm like, what's the H? Recently had dinner there and it was fantastic. I can say that we ate the breakfast there and you meet characters and stuff, and it was amazing as well. That was a few years ago, but it was awesome. Definitely ride Mission Breakout, and I really want to see the Star Wars projection show in Galaxy's Edge. We were just too tired on our last trip, but we did catch Paint the Night since it is early, and it was awesome. Yeah, we didn't step foot in Galaxy's Edge. We have seen it so much in Disney World, and they are so similar that we were like,
Or the Marvel area.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? We spent a lot of time in the Marvel area, I feel like, last time we were there. So me and the kids, and I think your mom was with us. Like, I feel like we did a lot there last time. And it just, again, we didn't have as much time in DCA. So Mission Breakout, though, so fun.
Yes. Oh, so I'm sad we didn't write that.
Yeah.
All right. Marcella Alessandra, that's a great name, said, go see Cars Land, ride Radiator Springs Racers, see Fantasmic, ride Small World.
Yes. I do love that the Small World queue, you enter from the outside and go into the building. I do think that's kind of charming. However, a few years ago, we did it there and it was raining. And so all the boats were wet. And they were doing their best, the cast members, but the boats were wet. And when you got in and got out, you just got drenched again. So it was just kind of funny. This person has a plan. Tyler, you're going to love this.
Okay.
First of all, their screen name is To Infinity and Bloom. I'm assuming it's your name or part of your name. Love it. Okay. We have never been to Disneyland, but we are hoping to go next year. We are so excited. On top of our list of must-do activities. So I did ask, if you've never been, what are those things that you really want to do at Disneyland? So, okay. Number 1. Mickey-shaped beignet from the Mint Julep Bar. Oh, man. We miss out on that. Number 2, ride the original and most iconic Disney attraction, Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes. 3, best of all, and probably the most cliche, just walking down Main Street, listening to the music and experiencing the magic that is Disney.
Oh, so good.
I love they still have like the phone that you can, there were a couple, I think, where you can pick up and listen to, conversation going on. And so I'm having the girls listen to it. And they're like, what is this thing?
Understand.
I'm like, it's a phone, like the way, I'm like, at least when we were kids, our phone was like kind of, it was nothing like a smartphone.
Yeah.
But for them, they're like, I don't even know anything but this as a phone.
What is this? Yeah. They couldn't even comprehend.
Yeah. So funny.
All right, Zach Zevchik said, ride Pirates of the Caribbean because it is far, far superior.
Man, the pirates love.
Ride Matterhorn bobsleds, brace for impact. I am I'm replacing one of mine with Matterhorn. How could I not include Matterhorn?
It's so good.
I'm mad at myself for not including the Matterhorn. You know why?
Because we didn't write it this time.
We didn't write it this time, and the way I was making my list as I was going through our photos and thinking back on our trip, and that's why I didn't include it. That would have been on my top 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He said, so ride Matterhorn bobsleds, brace for impact. Yeah. I hope you have a good chiropractor. Visit and experience the new Walt Disney animatronic. Yeah.
Guys, even if you couldn't do the show, walk through the museum before. Yeah. I could spend hours in there too.
They even had a little, so I said they have some of the pirates out there. They have the Tiki birds.
I say it like that.
They have a little recreation. Sorry. I had a Georgie Jessel attack. They have a little recreation.
Who is that? What is that?
Don't worry about it. They have a little recreation of Walt's apartment.
Oh, yeah.
It just looked like a little, miniature version of it. It was so cool.
Samantha Sauceda says, ooh, yay, Disneyland content. Okay. Number 1, teacups are a classic. Yes. Number 2, on a hot summer day, grab a mint julep at Tiana's Palace. Number 3, grab that mint julep to go and hop on the Disneyland Railroad.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, yep.
I want to go
station right there.
Oh my gosh. I love that idea.
Elena Dawn Lester said, churros, eat more churros.
Correct. Lauren Michero said, I'd say watch Paint the Night. Yes. Eat at the dessert party while watching World of Color. Okay.
Oh,
dessert party.
Yeah.
We've done the dessert party at Magic Kingdom, and boy, is it expensive, but
you get a spot to sit.
That'd be so cool. Okay, good to know. I think we knew that. Well, we were way too late on everything. It wouldn't have mattered. But anyway, ride all of the iconic dark rides, the Dark Ride Fivefecta in Fantasyland that aren't currently in Disney World, which is all of those but Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Toad, Snow White. We used to have both of those. Just makes Disneyland that much cooler.
Just like the riverboats now. And
with slowly but surely. But you know what? I would rather these parks be different.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. And then eat dinner at Carthay Circle because the atmosphere along with the images of Walt everywhere makes it a great experience, even if the food is hit or miss. We should definitely do that next. Yeah. We almost did Carthay Circle this time. We were looking at the menu for the kids and we're like,
you know what?
Maybe we wait till they're a little older.
I just found out they sell a Scotch mist there.
Oh, that's Walt's favorite drink.
Yeah. So I just recently learned that Walt's favorite cocktail was called a Scotch mist, which is literally just Scotch over crushed ice and I think it's a lemon peel. Like that's all it is. And that's what he would always have up at his apartment in Disneyland, which is so funny to me because it was a dry park, but I just love the idea of him sitting up there drinking his cocktails.
Watching everyone else not drink.
Him looking out of of his window up there. Anyway, so he would always have his Scotch mist in the evenings, and they sell that now at the Carthay Circle Theater. And so I just think Circle Theater, the Carthay restaurant.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we've got to try. I haven't tried it yet, but I've got to try it. All right. So 2 more here from Facebook. Leslie Morissette said Walt's Animatronic, Tiana's Bayou, and Fantasmic, all things I really want to do but haven't been able to for one reason or another on the past 2 trips I've been on.
Yeah.
And then Ellie Divini Kuzmarowski.
How do you do?
Churros for sale. Oh, sorry. Churros for sure. I'm losing my mind here.
About?
Okay. All of the OG rides. Can I cheat and make them one? She's a part of the Jessica Braun School of Thought
TM.
here.
Yes. Yes, you can. Okay. Woman of a certain age, hey, said, wow, this is tough, but if I had to choose just 3 experiences. Okay. Number 1, get the chocolate chip cookie hot. Now I'm hungry for this. Chocolate chip cookie hot fudge sundae from Gibson Girl Ice Cream on Main Street and eat it on the train. Okay. We screwed up. I finished my iced coffee before getting on the train because I'm like, certainly I'm not allowed to bring this on. Apparently you can do whatever you want on that train within reason. Okay. Ride all around the park in the evening when you're tired of walking. Oh, that sounds awesome. Mm-hmm. My mom and I always do this. Number 2, late at night, just before we are leaving, get beignets from New Orleans Square, grab a last decaf, iced Americano with a splash of half and half. You are talking my language.
Down to science here.
Eat beignets and talk and laugh on the drive home, again with my mom. 3, ride Pirates of the Caribbean always. And if I get an honorable mention, you do. Number 4, read and see the sign as I walk in and tear up. Here you leave the world of today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. Why was that going to make me tear up just now? Okay. Been going to Disneyland with my mom since I was a small child. And this will get me. And she's 79 now and walks 4 to 7 miles a day. Get it, Mom?
Good for her.
And I'm 60. When did that happen? Time flies. Yes, time does seem to fly. That is awesome.
Oh, I love that.
Awesome.
That is a great, that's fantastic. All right, moving over to Instagram here. So Stephanie Haynes, Stephanie, also an agent from People Mover Travel, said, Disneyland pickles with a million exclamation points. I'm on the page now.
Correct also.
I did not understand. I do now understand.
Okay, Miss Alicia Melissa said, C, paint the night. Eat Daisy's dressed up dog from Cafe Daisy.
Ooh, dressed up dog. Like, is it like
I bet it's got, I wonder if it's got like chili and cheese and stuff like that.
Sounds real good. I'm getting hungry.
I will say Cafe Daisy has toddler meals. I feel like randomly in Disneyland they have them where it's like a little cup of mac and cheese. Like it's just good. The toddler meals are a great addition. And I hope Disney World does this soon. Ride, it's a small world. Oh, the new verse that was added gets me a little misty-eyed. You mean Scotch misty-eyed. But still so happy every time. Yeah, the new verse, if you didn't know, the Sherman Brothers, the last living one, wrote a new verse, and he's since passed.
Robert passed away, I think,
maybe
10 years ago. And then Richard was still alive. He passed away 2 years ago, I want to say.
But he wrote this new verse. And there's even a video of like...
him presenting it to Bob Iger.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. But also of his very grown kids riding the ride and hearing the new verse because they've added it at the end. And it is, it's very poignant, especially today.
And there's this little museum they have as of right now on Main Street, kind of dedicated to it. And it's just, they've got this little 2-minute video that kind of talks about it. It's fantastic. It really is such an amazing song. And especially if you ever listen to it as a ballad, like it's such a poignant song that is more poignant now than it's ever been.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because even Richard Sherman kind of talked about, he's like, it's a song that we have written that everyone knows and they either hate us for it or they love us for it. But, if you don't listen to it as, the happy-go-lucky song on the ride, if you listen to the words, like it's an amazing song. But anyway, okay. Arlena, also People Mover, the agents of People Mover Travel coming out for this Disneyland episode today, said, eat at Bengal Barbecue and have a churro toffee. Which somebody else said also the churro toffee. What is this churro toffee?
Google it.
So yeah, Jill D313 also said the churro toffee. So we got to look this up.
Guys, oh my gosh. Look at that.
Well, I didn't even understand what that is. What is that? It looks like
It's like a churro crust with like toffee in the middle. Oh my gosh. That looks awesome. Okay. All right. Lauren Amber said, eat Jolly Holiday grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup. Gosh, I really should have done that. I got like a turkey club or something like, and it was really good, but should have done that. Ride the Storybook boats. I know, unpopular opinion. Not from me.
I love it too.
I totally get it. Do or see, just walk down Main Street and take in the happy atmosphere. P.S. It's my dream to run into you guys at Disney one day. I'm sure it will come true eventually. It is so cool. The people, even on this Disneyland trip, the people we've met, thank you for always stopping and saying hi. Yeah. I feel like every time someone comes up to us, we're like in the middle of a kid meltdown or something. So sorry if you see it in real life. But yeah, it's just,
Jessica,
it's just
our lives are just at a point where we are always in the middle of a kid meltdown.
Sometimes the meltdown is me. Sometimes the meltdown is you.
It's true. It's true. All right. Brianna Woodbine, what's up, girl? Said, bucket list, ride the railroad and stay at the Disneyland Hotel. I know we will feel Walt's magic. Yep.
Oh, I think you will. Ooh. All right. Dominique Olivares said, see Pixar Pier at sunset. Oh, yes. Eat the gray stuff from Red Rose Tavern. So we ate at Red Rose Tavern.
Yeah, we did.
This time. And we might have last time.
Good.
Everything there was good.
Yeah.
We got like a
it was like a burrito
sandwich
burger
thing. It was really good.
Yeah.
You got one version, I got another. Like maybe I got chicken and you got the burger, something like that.
Yeah.
Really good.
I ended up eating all of mine and I think half of yours.
I think so. But they have the gray stuff there, which makes sense. It's Red Rose Tavern. Anyway, that was definitely one of our favorite stops.
Yeah.
And ride the Incredicoaster. Yes, yes.
Amanda R. Terry said, if I could, Blue Bayou with a waterfront table.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
If we could, huh? I know. Okay, Laura Levine, 4068 said, as a former Disneyland cast member and pass holder who moved across the country and misses Disneyland every day, every single day of my life, Paint the Night, Animation Academy, and DCA, yes. And a swirled soft serve ice cream cone from the Cozy Cone in Carsland. Very simple, but if you know, you know. Yes. And I do know.
Katie Bug D said, enjoy a beer and off the page while kids run amok. Soarin' over California only. Shaboom, I don't know what that is, at sunset. What is Shaboom?
I wonder if something autocorrected. I'm trying to think of what I was like, schmoozies, but no, that doesn't make sense.
And then Indy at night. It's all, I'm trying to Shaboom. Shiboom. Shaboom. I feel like I should know what that is.
Shaboomy.
Shaboomy. Shaboomy. Oh, boom is when the sunset lights come on at Carsland.
Oh, okay.
It's called SH-boom. Shboom.
I love Carsland so much.
Goes to show you that we're Disney World people, not Disneyland
You're like,
people.
what was that? I'm sure some of you Disney people are like, are you kidding me?
Rolling your eyes. Quite a few people are mentioning Bengal barbecue. We should have hit that up.
I know. I was just seeing that too. Okay. Skeleton Kiss said rope drop, corn dog, Space Mountain, Pirates, Matterhorn, Haunted Mansion, Rise of the Resistance. Here's something interesting about that. I totally agree on all of those. No one mentioned Haunted Mansion. We've not read, I mean, that was like the first one. Have you read Haunted Mansion yet?
I that was one I kind of tentatively had on my list and I removed it for other things. But yeah, which is so funny because I love Haunted Mansion.
Me too. I will say this. You know what? I should save it for my hot takes video. I'm going to save it. Yeah. I just think that's interesting.
Yeah.
But if you were to ask Disney World, Haunted Mansion is one of the most named ones. If we did this exact same thing for Disney World, that's just interesting.
So it's almost like there's just too much. There's just too much good.
There's too much good there.
So Miss Papa Giorgio said, get a silhouette. That is apparently a huge thing in Disneyland.
The line every day is so long.
Our sister-in-law was talking about it. And they got one.
She's done a couple, yeah.
But that is it's not a big thing in Disney World, I don't feel like. It's not as big.
No, they do it.
Yeah, but that is such a huge thing in Disneyland.
Do they do it in Disney World?
Yeah, I've seen them do it. On the main street there, in the little alcove.
Okay.
I feel like you can see them back there doing it.
Yeah.
So get a silhouette, eat a churro, ride Matterhorn without your back touching the seat. Game changer.
Oh, gosh. I feel like it'd be a big ab workout to like hold yourself up. Juliana Kleka, or Kleka, I don't know, I'm sorry, says bacon wrapped asparagus at Bengal barbecue.
So many.
All right, that's top of the list. And it's in Adventureland, which we love.
Christine D. Peterson, get the pin with the year on it. I will say with the 70th pins, I feel like there was only a few options. And maybe they had other ones that are sold out, but we wanted to get a 70th pin. The only 70th pin that was like a normal size had Stitch on it, which I like
Well, I
Stitch.
think they had a few others, but they just weren't quite what we were
hold
wanting.
on.
Yeah.
So they had the one that was just 70th had Stitch on it, which I'm like, I like Stitch, but I don't really want that for the 70th of Disneyland.
Yeah, it's not. What's the connection?
They had 70th pins like for each individual opening day ride, which was cool. But I'm like, I don't really want to buy like 10 different pins.
No.
And the only other one
$1 million later.
Yeah, the only other one that was like 70th, that was just 70th, was Sleeping Beauty in front of the castle, which was cool, but it was like huge. It was massive, which was that's the one we ended up getting.
That's what we bought.
But I'm like, I wanted a normal size pin that just said Disneyland 70th and maybe the castle on it. But they didn't have that.
Yeah, at
unless
least
it had
not where
Stitch
we
on it.
looked. And we looked and we were asking cast members and everything.
So maybe it was just sold out. I don't know. But
Thank you all for all of your input on all the things. That was so much fun to read. Like that is a big part of what we love about doing this podcast
is reading, yeah.
Your guys' feedback. I feel like isn't even the right word, but like your input.
Yeah.
I just think it's so fun.
You guys.
Speaking of your input, we like to read a recent review that one of you guys left for us on the Apple Podcast app. If you listen to us on the podcast, on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review. It helps us out. It helps other people that are into this content find it. When they're looking and they see that it's got good reviews, they might consider listening to it, and it helps us out. So this one is from Zoe the Puggle. I love it. Light and fun, 5 stars. 2 Mickey thumbs up. Fun and informative with such easy banter. Thank you.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you. Yeah, that's the goal. Fun, informative, and
Fun and fancy free.
fun and fancy free, baby.
All right. Well, hey, our next episode is episode 50. That's exciting.
The 50th anniversary.
We've been doing this for 50
Don't get too
years.
excited. There's nothing special. Oh, that's
All right,
so cool.
So our Disneyland vlogs. Oh, I had one more thing to show you. So our Disneyland vlogs coming out soon. Those will be on my channel. Starting next year, all of our Disney vlogs are going to be on this Disneyville channel. So we'll be looking forward to that starting next year. But for right now, they're on my channel. So just search Tyler Braun on YouTube if you want to watch our vlogs from this most recent Disneyland trip.
Yeah.
I did want to show you one quick thing here.
For those watching.
Watching. And if you're not watching, you can go on YouTube and watch it here. All right. So we were... I only got like one souvenir. Actually, that's a lie. I got two souvenirs. The other one is back behind us here. It's the Disneyland Castle. It's kind of hard to see. We can grab it here in a second. I can do a little close up here. It's the Disneyland Castle, and it's got a little 70th medallion on it, which is really cool. But I also walked into a gift shop, and the first thing I saw right as we got off Main Street was this mouse guitar. And it's this little tenor guitar. It only has 4 strings, and it looks like the old Mickey Mouse Club guitar, which is the one that, I don't think it was Roy, is the other one that used to play in the Mickey Mouse Club, whatever. It's in the shape of a Mickey head, and it's called the mouse guitar.
It's pretty cool.
It is so awesome. I literally walked in, I saw it, and I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and buy that. And so I got on the Disney Parks, or the Disney Shop app, whatever.
Got him on the horn.
And within, I think, 30 minutes, I had checked out and it was being sent to my house. So
Yeah.
I haven't tuned it yet, but you can actually play it. It actually is playable.
Oof.
Yeah, I haven't tuned it, but you can tune it in a couple different ways. But it is playable. But I'm like, I just wanted to have this like behind us on the podcast, or so. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm like, it is just so cool.
It's so cool.
But you can get it on the Disney Parks app too. I just think, or the Shop Disney app, I should say. I just think it was so cool. It makes me so happy. That's all. I just had to show that off. You'll see it maybe behind us in podcasts in the future.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out. I want to refinagle some things with our background and stuff. Have us closer. I want more back there, but we'll see. Anyway, all
That's
right.
all. I just had to show that. All right. Well, we'll see you next time for episode 50.
Oh my gosh. Bye, guys.
Bye.